Hey guys, just popped on to do a real quick video on how I make my poop bag dispensers. These little guys have a little lobster clasp, so you can clip them onto your dog's leash or onto your purse or onto your pants. And yeah, they're super quick, super easy. I make a ton of these and sell them. And I've had people ask how I make them, so I thought I would just show you guys. Super simple. This is a self-drafted pattern, nothing crazy. But let's get to it. So, I use waterproof canvas, 2 pieces that measure 4.5 inches by 3 3/8 of an inch. You need a zipper. I use number 3. You can of course use zipper by the yard. I just use a pre-made zipper and it's way longer than it needs to be. I just find it easiest to sew with that for these little guys. I've got a 1 3/4 inch piece of fold over elastic. And I've got a 3/4 inch lobster clasp. And then I've just got my little saying that I put on the front. Poop happens isn't the one that I normally use. I'm sure you can use your imagination as to what I normally put, but being a public forum, you know, got to keep it clean. So let me just get repositioned here and we will get right into it. Okay, I hope this angle's going to work. I'm going to apologize in advance for the really terrible lighting and the terrible sound. I am sewing in my studio, which is in the basement, and the lighting is not great. And the dogs are, I don't know what's going on. Anyway, let's get started. So you're going to take 1 piece of your waterproof canvas, and on the back, you are going to mark an opening of 2 inches. So that would be a mark at the 1 1/4 inch and the 3 1/4 inch, and that will center your opening in the middle, which is where you will dispense your poop bags from. Next, you're going to take your 2 pieces of waterproof canvas and put them right sides together, and you're going to take that to your machine and you're going to sew, back stitching at the beginning up to the first line, back stitching, jump to the second line, back stitch, sew to the end, back stitch. And you're going to do this at a 1/2 inch seam allowance. All right. Okay, once that's done, you're going to press your seam open. And you can take this to your iron if you want. I just finger press. And then on either side of the seam, and you can see you've got your opening in the middle, you're going to top stitch on either side. Right. Once that's done, you are going to then install your zipper, and it's going to be parallel to the side with your slit. And to do that, you will place your zipper tape down right sides up with your canvas piece right side down, just lining up this edge. I clip it in place, but you certainly don't have to. And from there, we're going to sew this seam at 1/4 inch. All right. Now I just top stitch along the bottom where we just did the zipper. All right, so now we're going to do the exact same thing, just attaching the other side of the panel to the zipper. So bring that bottom side up, right sides together with the zipper, give it a couple clips, and sew it 1/4 inch. Okay, now that we've got our zipper top stitched, or on I should say, we are now going to top stitch on the opposite side. So this is why I like using a zipper tape that is much longer than needed, because it makes top stitching this second side of the zipper really easy. All right, now that that's done, you will put your pouch right sides together and zip up the zipper all the way to the top. So now you've got yourself a little cylinder. From here, I position it so that the zipper is closing to the top. The zipper tape is on top of my bag, and I fold it right at the edge of the zipper tape so that on one side you've got the zipper, and on the other side you've got your opening for the poop bag. So zipper up and on top, poop bag, opening on the back. So from here, I'm going to take this to my machine, and I am just going to sew it 1/4 inch along the bottom of the bag. Okay, now that that's done, we are going to grab our lobster clasp and our fold over elastic, and we will just slide that fold over elastic through the opening, and we are going to slide that down right next to the zipper tape. I usually leave about, I don't know if you can see that, about a 1/2 inch overhang, and I clip that in place. And then from there, I'll take it to the machine, and I'll sew 1/4 inch I'll back stitch once I get to the elastic, and then I'll stop with my needle down in the middle of the elastic so that I can open my zipper up. Once the zipper's open, I will continue stitching at 1/4 of an inch off to the end. Alright, so needle down in the middle of the elastic, open up your zipper, push your presser foot up if you need to. And you don't have to open the zipper all the way. You have the dispensing hole that you can get your fingers into later to turn the bag if you need. You just want to make sure that all of the metal parts are out of the way of the needle so you don't break the needle, and so that you don't close your bag with your zipper on the outside. You definitely want the zipper pull on the inside of the bag. Let's finish sewing this. Okay. Now that we've got the bag sewn together, I am going to trim both these edge seam allowances down to about 1/8 of an inch, and I will also clip all 4 corners. Alright, with that done, I then just take a lighter and I just run it across the entire edge, mostly just to melt the zipper tape, but you know, if there's any strangling loose threads, then it'll melt those as well. Alright, from there I tend to just put my fingers through the poop bag opening and use that opening to just fully open my zipper. And then I turn the bag out to the right side. All right, once the bag is mostly turned, I zip up the zipper, and then I'll take my turning tool or chopstick and just poke out those corners. I've lost my chopstick, so I'm using a pair of hemostats right now, but it works fine, so whatever works. And then just carefully push out those corners, especially the corners, you know, where the zipper is in the seam. You don't want to push too hard. You don't want to push right through the seam, but at the same time, you want it to pop out and look good. All right, so that's pretty good. At this point, I just go around and grab any loose threads, make sure everything looks good. Essentially, that's your poop bag. I am just going to run over to the iron real quick, and I will apply my HTV, and then I will come back here and we'll put a roll of poop bags in. Okay, I was going to do this off camera, but I decided I would just do this here. So I'm just at my pressing station. I do normally use my heat press for this, but since there's only one, I am just going to use my standard iron. It's not my preferred method, but it works. So I'm just placing my HTV where I want it on the poop bag, and I usually just put it so that it's, you know, the bottom's kind of straight against my top stitching on that opening there. This is Caesar HTV. I believe the press settings on a heat press are 311 Fahrenheit for 15 seconds. When I am using my iron, I have it set to the wool setting, no steam, and I just kind of wing it, honestly. I do find this normally takes me a couple presses when I'm doing it like this. one advantage to doing this right after you top stitch your hole is that you don't have to deal with the zipper or the hardware getting in the way. So you can just lay it out on your heat press and it's pretty quick and easy. But this also works. Look, looks like it actually stuck down. Nope, okay, it's pulling up a little bit, so we're just going to do that once more. Excuse me. All right. So, there we go. Now it's stuck down. So, there is your poop bag. You can open it up, insert your poop bags in there, which I will go grab a roll right now. Alright, so, super easy. You just slide your poop bags in, zip it up, and then fish the tail out of your slit. And there you have it. They slide out nice and easy. You can put, you know, whatever little saying you want on there. And you're ready to go walk the dogs in style. Hope you enjoyed the video. Bye-bye.